Prop 17 is about voting rights for parolees and was placed on the ballot by a 2/3 majority vote of both chambers in the state legislature. The question to voters is, do you want to allow people on parole to vote in California? Today, convicted felons are not allowed to vote until they complete their imprisonment and are no longer on parole. About 50,000 formerly incarcerated people are now on parole in California, and of those, 40% are Latino, 26% are white, 26% are African American, and 18% are of other races. In 21 states besides California, felons are denied the privilege to vote both while they're in prison and while they're on parole. In 17 states, voting privileges are denied to felons in prison, and then they're restored when they begin parole. And 2 states allow felons to vote while they're in prison and on parole, and then the rest of the states have like a hybrid of those models. So what Prop 17 proposes is to restore voting privileges to parolees who've completed their prison term and are on parole. And then since anyone registered to vote can also run for office, then people on parole would be allowed to run for office also. Parolees would be subject to the same background checks and qualifications as anyone running for office. Prop 17 does not affect prisoners in county jails or those being supervised by the county probation department who are allowed to vote today. The fiscal effects to the state are a one-time cost of hundreds of thousands of dollars to redesign the registration cards that list the qualifications for registering to vote. And in summary, a yes vote means you want to allow felons who have been released from prison and are on parole to be allowed to vote. And a no vote means you want to keep the current policy to not allow felons to vote until they have completed parole. Money that is donated as of October 1st today could change between now and Election Day. So please check the text file that comes with Prop 17 for the latest and also a detailed list of who has donated. But today, $582,000 has been donated for Prop 17. It comes from ACLU, California Nurses Association, Carpenters Political Action Fund, SEIU, and some individuals. The arguments for 17 are that people who support Prop 17 say that there is a Florida study that found that people who completed their prison sentence and had their voting rights restored were less likely to commit crimes in the future. Excuse me. They also say 50,000 Californians who've completed their prison sentences pay taxes and yet are not able to vote. No one has donated money against Proposition 17 yet, and people who are against Proposition 17 say that when someone's convicted of a felony, they should completely settle their debt to society before they regain the privilege to vote. They say that full citizenship should not be restored until their readiness is proven through parole.